PGPT. Nikki landed a blog recently about trash talk and food, and I want to expand on one of the points she talked about, and that's falling off the wagon and the mindset that goes with that. Now, falling off or having a slip up happens to every person. It doesn't matter if you're an athlete, it doesn't matter if you're a novice, if you're disciplined with your food, if you're not. It's something that happens to every person. But the people or the clients that get the results are the ones that when you slip up or when you fall off, that you get back on straight away. And that's not a sign for conceding defeat. It's not a sign for calling it quits. It's not a sign for breaking down, because it happens. That's life. Now, nobody ever got skinny through having a salad, and nobody ever got fat from having a donut. It's about the continuity and consistency in what you do, day in, day out. And that's ultimately what's going to give you the results in the long game. So if you do slip up, if you do go out and have a burger, don't feel like you've failed, because we all do it. Think about how you can prepare and plan your next meal. And the people that we see that get the best results are those ones that do have that mindset, that do allow themselves the treats, that do allow themselves, you know, that room for error. Now, we often talk about the 80-20 rule at PGPT. And that's 80% of the time you're regimented, you're disciplined, you're following a meal plan. 20% of the time you slip up, you have treats. You will get results with that 80-20 rule. And that's like that slipping up mentality, because in my opinion, 100-0 doesn't work. It doesn't exist. That's just not life. That's just not how we're programmed. 90-10, 90% of the time you're switched on, 10% of the time you're having treats. I would say that's more of an elite athlete status. Very few people do that. But the 80-20 rule will give you results. Now, if you do slip up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you've still got 9 hours, 10 hours, whatever it is, before you go back to bed, that you can eat and be consistent and not concede defeat. Now, if you slip up at 3 and say, I'm done for the day, then there's still a lot of eating, a lot of damage that you can do with your calories for the remaining hours. And that's where people make that sort of false move or that mistake, because they might have that chocolate bar and then they're going to have a snack after that, they're going to have dinner, and they're going back to their old habits of just eating rubbish or overeating. Where if I was to slip up, or if one of the PGPT team, Joe, Nikki, I know this for a fact, if they were to overeat at that meal, straight away they recalibrate and they continue on. And that's why that ultimately, you know, I can stay the way that I look and feel slim, because I'm consistent with what I do. So there is no such thing as falling off the wagon or a slipping up. It's just about being consistent and getting your mindset right, that when you do have that little glimpse, you just go straight back on it and continue with your plan.